Loves, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for dropping by. If you are an OG, I see you. So as you can see from your screen, guys, today I'm back with another DIY. If you're new here, I only do DIYs, a lot of DIYs. Yeah, so today we're going to play around with these hoops. If you have been to this channel, I believe you have seen me do another hoop video. So today we're going to create hoops DIY. It's using macrame rope. Yeah, the rope that you can see there is macrame. So we're going to make sure that you make an awesome planter or a shelf. Yeah, so guys, kindly bear with me. If you see me struggling with this video, if you're not able to see it clearly from your end, or you're not able to see the entire hoop, kindly bear with me. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling with doing aerial videos. I don't know how you do this, how you set your cameras, but for me, I usually set it, and then when I'm editing, that's when I realize, oh, people cannot see the entire thing. If you have an idea, comment on the comment section how you do aerial videos. Tell me how you set your cameras on doing this, so that I can be able to, nikwe pro kwa hizi, because where you can barely see. I believe you're seeing part of it, but anyway, let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to add hoops. As you can see, there were 3 of them, but I'm taking the small one and the big one. Then we're going to use the macrame rope to just tie them together and make sure that it's moving. You know, if you have ziplocks, it's easier for you to be able to do this. You can use ziplocks to lock them together at that point, but for me, I decided I'm going to use a macrame rope because, again, why not? Why not? So I'm going to use the small one as our base. It's going to be our base for the DIY, and then the big ones, we're going to tie them on the sides. Yeah, so we're just going to do this for this one and then the next one. If you go ahead and try this DIY, or if you want a perfect hanger, plant hanger, make sure that the side hoops or the side wooden hoops, the ones are on the side, are of the same size. For me, if you can tell, I don't know whether you can tell, but I'm using the ones that I used to do what is it called, embroidery, the ones that you use to create flowers with. That is what I'm using here. Yeah, so meaning the inner one, the bigger one, it has the big one and then the smaller one that is in, so meaning they're not of the same size. But if you want to have of the same if you want to have a perfect one, kindly go ahead and use the same size. So for me, I added that, and then for me I added that, and then I secured my macrame rope using glue gun. As usual, whenever you're doing a DIY using a glue gun, kindly be gentle, because this thing is hot. When I say hot, guys, I have ever nursed a wound from this glue gun. I stopped doing a DIY for some time because it burnt me proper, like niliungua, my friends. So whenever you hear me say be gentle, I'm very careful with that. Trust me, you need to. All right, so once you're done with one side, we're going to do the second side. And as I mentioned, you have to make sure that the hoops are standing and are movable at the bottom, because you don't want to add and then upate hey. Yeah, so we're going to do the same thing that we did on that. So the small one again is our base, so we're just going to attach the second one on the side so that we can have a complete hanger, or we can have all of them all together, put together. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. Add it again, use the macrame rope, and then use the glue gun to hold them tight. As I mentioned earlier, if you have ziplocks, yeah, ziplock is the easiest way. You can be able to use ziplocks to hold them together. So you start by just placing a ziplock and then covering that using your macrame rope. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be macrame rope. You can be able to use any other, the nylon one. You can be able to use a fabric. So you're not limited to creativity. Yeah, you can be creative with anything as long as it holds them together. Then go for it. Yeah, you don't have to just be there and be like, oh, I don't have today, I don't have, you have to go ahead and add anything that you can, a fabric, a rope, a nylon rope, anything. Yeah, so for us, we just used macrame. And as I said, I'm struggling with aerial views. Like, you could be seeing how it's coming to life if my camera was set, if I was perfect on setting the camera on aerial view. you could be seeing what I'm doing. But guys, bear with me again. I believe at the end of this video you'll be able to see the end product. Yeah, so on this one, just ona tu tumia jicho moja kuview until you're done. So guys, once that is done, this is one of the most simplest things that you can ever do, because it doesn't need any, you see, like it doesn't need anything much, anything you to go an extra mile. So this is it. So we're going to add at the top, you're going to hold them together. Now these hoops, these are the hoops that I was saying, if you're able to get of the same size, kindly go ahead and get the same size. And then here I was glad, I was lucky to get a ziplock. This one of my, I didn't know I had this ziplock, and this was the only one that was left from holding my indoor plants. So a lot of my indoor plants have ziplocks because they tend to grow big, and they hold them with this one. Yeah, so I got lucky to get one, and this one we're going to hold it there at the top. You see, you can tell the hoops are of different sizes, but no, you cannot tell. I'm sure you cannot tell, but if you're keen, you can tell that they are of different sizes. So I'm going to use the ziplock to hold them at the top, and then the excess I'm going to cut, and then we're going to cover that with macrame. As I mentioned, I've used these hoops for other projects on my sewing projects, so I use them for embroidery. So they have that metallic part where you're able to screw them to the size tight as you want, or as loose as you want. Yeah, so I didn't bother to remove that, because why would I remove that? Yeah, so I just attached them, held them together with the ziplock, and now I'm covering that using macrame. You don't have to be perfect while doing this. It doesn't have to be perfect, because again, it's something you're going to hang in the house, or something you're going to hang on your walls, or something you're going to place at a higher place. So for me, when I was creating this, I had an idea. Now I usually read a lot, so on my my sitting room, my TV stand, there are a lot of books there. Yeah, and then I realized sometimes I place a book there, I haven't finished reading, and then that's how I forget about it. Yeah, so on this one, when creating this, I wanted a shelf that will hold my most recent books, the books that I'm reading recently or currently. So I wanted something that will be in my room, just to hold the books that I'm reading. Yeah, and to remind me that these few books, you haven't finished these ones, you know, instead of just placing them all together with the others. But again, when you are creating these, it's also a perfect plant, what is it called, plant hanger. Yeah, it's a perfect plant hanger, so you can be able to hang your plants, especially the indoor plants, or even on your balcony, you can be able to hang the plants that are hanging. So you just go ahead and attach them together with this one. Yeah, so this is what I did. Again, I just added macrame all around. When it comes to the ziplock, I skipped that point because I felt like it wasn't allowing me. But again, not to worry, we are going to cover it later. As I mentioned in this video, we're not running for the, what is it called, we're not running for the perfection or anything. We just have to get good things. Yeah, great things, yani just a good DIY, you know. So yeah, at this point we are done. At this point we are done with this DIY, and it's, as you can see, it's already done. I wish I painted it black, because I feel like black is my color, but I feel like I thought this natural one with the wood will be a good one, but for me, after this, I felt like maybe black will have done something. Yeah, anyway, it's time for us to make a hanger, like the holder, the one that will hold the part, you know. So we're going to hold it together like this. So we're going to create that long one that will hold them together. Already we have that. Yeah, so we're going to get the one that will hang, the hanger itself. Am I making sense? So we're going to create a macrame rope that will make it look like a hanger. But it's just something to enable us to hang them up. If at all you're going to hang, to use it as a planter, you need as a plant hanger, you need to hang. So you need a rope or something that will hook on maybe your, what is it called, your hoops or your nails. Yeah, but if you're placing it somewhere on your table, then you don't need this part. Yeah, but if you want to hang, then you're going to hang. You can add as many as you want, depending on the depth or the width sorry, the width that you want. Is it called width or upana? Yes, depending on the upana that you want, you can add as many ropes as you want, so that you can get that. But if not, if you don't mind about that, if your plants are not heavy, then you can go ahead and do what I did. For me, I guess I added this 6 or 8. I guess there were 6 of them, yeah. So we're just going to shuka venye tu unashukanga matuta, one after the other, one after the other. It's very simple. You can be able to do this. You can be able to do a twist if you are able to do a twist instead of the three strands, you know, the 3 strands twist. You can use the other one, the normal 2, yeah, the 2 strands, yeah. So with the strands, we make that, and once this is done, we get a hanger. You can be able to add as long as you want, the long one, depending on the length that you want, or how long you want your flowers or your plants to be, as in to hang from the top. Unataka ifike wapi? So you can be able to make of different sizes. But for me, as I mentioned, again, for me, I wanted it to be a shelf. But if plants come, why not? So I did this because let me not lie, I can change it anytime. Today I can have it holding my books, then after some time, okay, kuja kwangu naipata ina hang plants, you know. So it's going to be a multi-purpose for me. So as I mentioned, depending on how long you want to hold your plants, how long you want or how far you want your plants to be, you can add it ikwe mrefu. But for me, nilifanya ikakuwa too short because, again, as I mentioned, mine was to be a shelf. And with that one, we are done. We are done with this DIY already, guys. We are done. And I loved how it turned out because, guys, on this side is the inspo. If you're going, this is the inspo I had, yeah. On this side, my inspo, they look so good. Look at that one. So for me, I'll paint it. I wish I had painted it black, but again, I'm not complaining. I'm happy about with how it turned out. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. And you guys, if you I know you're wondering, how are you going to hang plants on these? Yeah, so I'm going to use this plastic. I'm using a plastic bowl to show you. On the side, this is how you can hang. This is how you can hang your plants. Just look at that. Look at that. You can be able to hang your plants in your house using this one. Yeah, so I'll just show you using a plastic tin or a plastic, because I don't have a plant at the moment that will hang. I told you I wanted a shelf, so I don't have a plant at the moment. But how it turned out, it looks so good. Just look at that. Kwa meza yako, placing it somewhere, and then just look at it. It's so cute. And guys, as I mentioned, you can be able to use that for plants. Yeah, so I'm using this plastic. I'm going to use this plastic ball to show you. So imagine you have a plant. That is how you place it. You just place it and then it hangs. The planter will not go through the kashimo or the hoop at the bottom. But for me, again, my shelves. Hey, there goes my shelves. Hey. So my books they have a place to be. The ones that I'm reading now, I have like 4 of them. Are they 4 or 5? I have 4 books actually. I guess it's 5 plus the current one. Yeah, I have 5 of them. So these ones I haven't finished reading. So as you can see, this one you can just place it in your room. A reminder of the books that you haven't finished reading. A reminder of the books that you still need to read. So yeah, at this point I have achieved what I wanted and I'm happy about it. So guys, there's nothing left on this DIY. We have done our DIY, the most simplest DIY. If you know of other purposes that you can use for this, kindly tell me in the comment section. If there's something else I can use for, tell me on the comment section. If you love this DIY, you can go ahead and try on your own, on your end. You can be able to put shelf, as I mentioned, it is a very nice shelf, a table shelf. And if you don't want a table shelf, it is really nice for your plants. Yeah, that is we're DIYing a wooden hoop plant hanger or a wooden hoop bookshelf. Like, you know what, we are done at this point and I truly appreciate it. So on my end, it has been great creating this Guys, thank you so much for dropping by. Kindly don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Till next time, my loves, I truly, truly love you. Just look at how that turned out. You know, I love creating. Tell me what you want to see next on the videos, and thank you so much for your support, guys. I truly appreciate you. And I'm done. Like, I'm so surprised how it turned out. Ukipata nimepaint black kuja kwangu, usijali. But I love how it turned out. That's it for today. Bye bye, guys. Till next time. Bye bye.